Alex Michelson retired 2 games into his match against Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev's match against Alex Michelson was cut drastically short when the American retired after going 0-2 down. There was a bizarre start to the match when, just 6 minutes in, play was paused when Medvedev started having a nosebleed. Both players headed to their benches while the number 5 seed saw the physio. However, it was Michelson who was looking ropey during the delay. Play resumed, but just minutes later, the 31st seed approached the net and decided to call it quits. Medvedev later relayed that his opponent was likely suffering from food poisoning. Medvedev was serving at 1-0-15-0 when he suddenly started marching to his bench, alerting the umpire that his nose was bleeding. The 29-year-old said he needed 3, 4, 5 minutes and asked for a napkin to stuff up his nose before the physio was called to the court. Medvedev gets immediate attention from Pierre, the very experienced tour physio, as he has a nosebleed, commentator Jonathan Overend said on Sky Sports, branding it the most peculiar start to the match. Miles McClagan added, "Not much you can do about that. For some people, it's just the dry air, isn't it? I think I remember this happening to Medvedev before. He'll just take a couple of minutes." He didn't seem completely surprised by it. Play resumed a few minutes later, and when cameras cut back to the action, the commentators noticed Michelson looked under the weather during the break. What was quite interesting there was that during the treatment for Medvedev, you spotted Miles, the camera cutting to Michelson, who was slumped forward in his chair, Overend remarked. That might be a suggestion that he is not feeling well. That might explain the way he played the first game. McClagan, who is one of Andy Murray's old coaches, replied, "It just might, and it was just his body language as well. We sort of half-joked, the big sigh after 5 points, which is not exactly positive." Medvedev held serve, clearly unbothered by his nosebleed, and Michelson played one more point, hitting a double fault before giving up. "I think he's giving up. I think this is an early reminder from Alex Michelson. And that is not going to go down well with the crowd," Overend exclaimed. But it was the most bizarre couple of games from the talented young American, who has clearly got nothing to offer here and clearly not feeling well. Not well enough to continue the match beyond 2 games and 1 point. The irony of it is, it's Medvedev who has received the visit from the tour trainer in the middle of that. I mean, poor guy.